Do you know that even twins don't have the same DNA? They match, yes, but they have a lot of things that is different from each other. You get? So how do you know that if this person that has sickle cell takes these drugs, is going to work on the same person that has sickle cell too? Like you have sickle cell. If you take this painkiller, it will work on you and you won't have any effect. And you, if you have this sickle cell too, you take the same painkiller this person took, it's going to work on. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So the question is, how do we let street doctors get so much influence on us, on our children? They get to tell you what to do, how to do, and all that, when you're supposed to be taking consultation from your doctor, your hematologist, your medical practitioner. And this even raised the question at the point that there is this girl that, whatever she says, they just feel like the parent feels she's lying. I mean, you're not in her shoes. This girl has been crying for days. She has crisis. And they said she's addicted to Penta. So they are trying to take her away from Penta. So they took her to rehab. I mean, you never have consultation with a hematologist, a doctor, or a medical practitioner. You just take her to rehab. And this girl has been in pains for almost a week. And they were like, oh, that's how all these SICKLEs behave. That's how they do. That's how they just feeling the pain. They want the drugs. The drugs is making them. Come on, please, come on. Even someone that is a sickle cell person, yes, he feels the pain, but at that moment, you don't even know where the thing is coming from. You don't know the kind of pains that person is going through. Your experience is different from another person's experience. And all they could just say is, that's how the SICKLEs behave. That's how the sickle people do. What is that? What is that? You're taking cues from your pastor, your imam, and out of all people, you're taking cues from a herbalist. We'll give you all the type of concoction they plucked out. Well, I can't blame you though. Everybody is looking for ways to see that you get better, but at the same time, come on, think about it. Okay, you've been drinking that herbs for how many years? Where are you today? How are you feeling? Are you cured? Are you better? Don't you still experience crisis? This is genetic. You get to find ways to manage it. Yes, we believe there are miracles, but come on. The sad thing is that when it comes to even emotion, Dr. Love, all these specialists in emotions, they can't even put a scale on how love is, how emotions are, how feelings can be. It's always like that with sickle cell, because you can't describe how that pain feels, how sometimes you just want to lose your mind. It's there, well, you can't describe that feeling. And that is why you're not supposed to let someone as a caregiver tell you things that it's not even supposed to be. I mean, yes, doctors can be the professional, but they are not the experts, because they don't know where these pains are biting. They just come up and they do their own analysis, they give their own prescribed drugs and all that, but they don't know where that thing is aching. They don't know how it feels deep inside you. So how does street science affect the relationship between a patient and a caregiver? It boils down to trust. You can't keep on forcing somebody to be taking herbal mixture that is not working. These patients, they are the ones that know how the thing works in their body. You can't be massaging the wrong places. You can't even start making them or forcing them to take or eat what they know their body is not even used to. So right now, the person will feel like probably they are burden to you, because yes, I felt like that sometimes back. There was this time they brought me mosquito net, and normally you're supposed to dry mosquito net before the person will make use of it, but they just put the mosquito net immediately. I started having reaction and I was complaining. And the next thing I heard was that I'm saying the mosquito net wants to kill me. I did not even say that. I was just telling them I'm having this nauseating effect and all that. I can't stay under the net. And that was it. So at that point, I felt like I was a burden to these people, and I just needed to leave the hospital. I needed to leave where I was. You can't blame some of these sickle cell people sometimes if they like being alone or if they like doing things on their own. Somebody can be sick and he won't tell you. Because it feels like maybe if I tell you now, you have to start telling me you need to go and boil these herbs, you need to take this, you need to eat this meat. How have you tried the lizard urine? Oh, come on. There is a lot going on and people are not talking about it. I mean, how can you be drinking lizard urine? Is it making sense? Is it making sense at all? And this is what we are even discussing, we were talking about. Street science sometimes is going to put a lot of things in your head and you get to be hearing some unspeakable stuff. Just because everybody is coming up with an idea of he's a sickler, he might die. Let's save him. You are not saving him, you are killing him. So imagine all these things boils down to like everybody bringing his own idea of how they should do. Like these people that when you give birth, they will tell you, give this boy this one, it will be better. Give him this one, it will be better. Come and do this one. They are not pediatricians. They are not even medical practitioners. But everybody is coming up with something and you're giving. And you know a child cannot say no, because imagine a 2-year-old, a 5 years old, 10 years old that can't even say no. And you are putting and you're forcing all these things down their throat. Just imagine that. Not to talk of an adult that at the end they are coming to say, hey, take this one, take that one. You keep on mixing a lot of stuff and it keeps on giving you complications in your life. So if adults with sickle cell are frustrated and facing all these challenges, imagine a child that has sickle cell. What that child will go through. Imagine the kind of things that child will be drinking. I mean, we've heard a lot of stories. We don't even want to go there because, man, we will not finish this discussion in a day. Street science is not going anywhere. Will be in your face, will be on your handles, will be on your TLs, will be telling you the do's and don'ts of sickle cell. Now, to the warriors, your lifestyle is the first enlightenment to sickle cell advocacy. What you eat, what you take in, kind of social life you live. I mean, what do you even take your routine drugs? You need to start asking yourself that question. It's very important. To our health workers, I think you should start listening to us more. You should start listening to people living with sickle cell. It's not everybody you see that you just believe is a drug addict. I mean, that's the perception most of you have. And I'm not talking about something that I've heard. It's what we've seen with our eyes anytime we're going out. And it's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4. And also the nurses, I think you should listen more to people. It's not everybody that you just, if you just give him Penta, they bring this one, give him Penta. Some people react to Penta, they don't like it. All these drugs, people have side effects to it. You don't just come and you just shove things on people, start punching needles on people. Listen. You need to listen, and you don't listen. That's the problem we're facing with you people. You don't listen. You don't listen to us at all. I've had my own bad experience to an extent I had complication. You people did not. The only one person that listened to me is not even in Jos again. And sometimes I just wish the person was around more. Why? Because I wouldn't have gotten that complication. You don't listen. And mind you, you're the first caregiver. And to the caregivers, parents, guardians, friends, relatives, siblings, your love makes all the difference. And to all of us in the sickle cell community, we have the responsibility for advocacy and enlightenment. We may all be scientists in our own way, but Street Science, the podcast, is in the business of enlightenment. See you next time.